Hi, this is Charles Chucky Venn, and you are now tuned in to Take 101.
How do you go about approaching reputable actors to help you make your movie?
I'm Pauline Long and you're watching Take 101.
Lancelot Oduwai Mason. I'm a Nollywood filmmaker. You're watching Take 101.
Always pay the best people. If you have budget at all, focus on your sound. Sound will sell your movie. It is the one thing that you cannot get wrong. You know, and we hold our hands up. It's a difficult thing to necessarily get fully right as well. You know, post-production sound, and certainly sound on set. Make sure that they are your priority all the time, because you can forgive an okay shot, you know, but you cannot forgive bad sound. It just completely kills your film. Oh my goodness, Chronicles had tons of different people. So we had people on set actually filming with the booms and the packs. And then when our assistant editor managed to lose all our sound, we had 5 different studios doing ADR, which was fantastic because some of them were in London and some of them were in the north, and we were kind of spread everywhere doing all of the dialogue again. And then when it comes to sort of Foley and stuff like that, we were discussing most of our Foley with people in America. So we had easily, like 15 people, like sort of just focused on sound, just trying to get that as good as it could get for the situation we had, because we shot back to back for 6 weeks. So essentially any sound that we got on set, you know, it was so important to be able to keep that. And we thought, you know, well, ADR, a couple of the noisier locations. But yeah, no, things happen on a you know, when you're filming, they happen, and you have to just find a way to get on with it. And we were really lucky that we had people in America and like I said, a load of ADR here in London who kind of put their hands up and went, "We'll help." So yeah, no, there's a lot of people involved with sound. If you do it right, then you can obviously do it with less people than that. But with us, yeah, there was about 15 of them. Oof, that I relied heavily on the team that we had. You know, they would tell me, because while I have done short movies before, you know, I haven't really been allowed sort of on set so much, because, you know, writers don't really get that option. But as a producer, you know, that's where I was, and I was helping them make those decisions. But if you've got a good team behind you, if you've hired on somebody who knows what they're talking about, usually they're going to want to put the best equipment in front of you because they are getting a credit that is going to show their work, and they're not going to want to do it badly. So, you know, you can rely on your peers and other people that know better than you. I think that's probably the best way.
Determining the right crew for any department, sound, lighting, edit, whatever, is all from recommendation. You know, you can, if you're trying to find somebody just by referencing their CV, that's a big gamble. The best way to do it is to talk to like-minded professionals, people that have worked with these people before, people that you trust, and find out who would they use. You know, I've been doing this kind of thing for, just coming up to 10 years now, and everybody that I have a very small group of people that I work with on a regular basis, and getting someone new to come in, does happen, but it's only, from a recommendation from that group, because, once you've got someone who you can trust to do that job, they've earned every single job that you give them since then, because, if you're good at your job, then you deserve to get work. From my experience of doing Future Duck and other animations for our YouTube channel and various other places, the first stage is always the voice recorder of the actors. So we get them in and we get them to record the lines of the script, but then we also get them to improvise and come up with new stuff and take them in the way that we hadn't thought of at the script stage. Record all that down, and then we'll make an assembly of the episode with the best takes from all of the actors' recordings, and that will sort of like give us a kind of storyboard of sound, which we can then, once we've added in the animated visuals on top of that, we can then go back and do a pass for sound effects, music, and everything else that helps with the pacing of the episode. But the most important thing is getting the right especially when you're doing animation, is getting the right delivery of every line, the right intonation, the right emphasis, because otherwise the joke won't land. So it's just repetition, really. ADR is a system called additional dialogue recording, and normally it's used in movies when there's been a disturbance on the set or something, like say, you had one shot of a scene and then there just happened to be a plane fly over. That's kind of ironic, isn't it? Really? Yeah.
That's pretty interesting time.
So I'll start again. ADR is a system called additional dialogue recording, and it's normally used in movies when you're recording a scene and, say, a plane flies over, or car horn goes off or something like that, and you haven't got clean sound of the actor's dialogue. So when you go into post, if you notice that, then you might then need to go into a studio where you get the actor in, and you'll have the cut scene playing on a loop or what have you on a screen, and they will then try and resync their line to the way that they said it on the day.
Welcome to Benelux Media, your TV and film production company. We produce TV programs such as Take 101 and Show for Africa. We produce such films as Forget the Pact and Phantom of Fury. Are you looking to produce documentaries, adverts, trailers, jingles, promos? Benelux Media will take care of your production line. Contact Benelux Media on 0207 998 0930. That's 0207 998 0930. Or we can be viewed on the website at www.beneluxmedia.com. You can email us at studio@beneluxmedia.com. And bear in mind, you can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube on Benelux Media.
Foley Absolutely. Well, that's a fantastic job. We had a fantastic Foley artist here in London, Helen. She was amazing. She had episode 5, which was our big fight episode. And you know, you kind of go as a writer or producer, somebody doesn't really know that area. You go and I'm going to write this script, and it's going to be great because there'll be all these fights, and you never even think about the kind of noises, I guess, that you need to have to make that environment live. But she was fantastic. She got so excited. She was like stabbing melons and like recording that sound and that kind of stuff. And, you know, even footsteps. It's the strangest thing. You can have the best scene in the world, and you know, and someone just gonna know there's something missing. And I'm thinking, well, it's walking from A to B. Like, what's wrong with it? You know, and then they'll be like, well, there's no footsteps. You know, there's no. What is she walking on? Where's the gravel? Where's the? And you know, and they just think like intricately as to exactly every sound, even like what wind's going on in the environment around them. And she was fantastic. And yeah, no, it made me very excited.
You don't need sound effects on set at all. Sound effects are a bonus. You know, you shouldn't be thinking about that at all when you're, you know, approaching filming something. If anything, they will, you know, they will make a scene 50 times better or what have you, and they will give it more depth and make it, you know, feel more realistic. But you can't rely on that to make a scene work or make, you know, a story stick.
Oh my goodness, huge impacts of getting your sound wrong. Yeah, that's, you know, people pick up on that very quickly, and it kind of lowers the tone of all your hard work. Well, it can do, you know, depending. We got a little bit of stick for ours because, you know, obviously we ADR'd a lot, and people notice. They do notice, and so it doesn't matter how many special effects you're throwing at them, or how many great actors you've got, or how long it's taken you to get this product out, and how people have, you know, cried and bled over this project. It's exceptionally important to get it right. I think what I learned from my process in Chronicles would be that's going to be my focus from now on, to get that right, definitely, because people can't see past it. Sometimes it's the senses, you know. You just have to remember that it's all the senses all the time, and if something's off, people will pick up on it.
If you get the sound wrong on any film that you're making, you're pretty much going to have a rubbish film. You can, I shouldn't say as I say, I'll start that again. Getting the sound right on your film is utterly crucial. If you don't have good sound, you're going to have a rubbish film. You can, you know, slightly shoot something wrong, or, you know, the color balance on the camera wasn't quite right, but you can fix that in the online, fix that in post. Just give it to a good online editor, and they can, you know, grade it a little bit, and it's fixed. If you get bad quality audio or a mic that cuts out or whatever, then you're pretty much screwed. You can do stuff with ADR, but, you know, if you're doing a feature-length film, you don't want to have to ADR the entire thing. So just really, really focus on getting that sound locked down on the day, because, you know, it'll save you a lot of headaches in the future. You can get soundtracks and sound effects for your work from a variety of places. You know, there are free sound effect libraries out there, such as we use one called Freesound quite a lot. And when you go on there, it has a whole list of different sound effects. And then there's like a little copyright option, and on there you can see the different levels of copyright. So whether you can use it for web, TV, or what have you. So depending on what kind of series you're making, there will probably be stuff there that you can use.